Questions. Question number one is I want you to say, hey Steve, what is this best value guarantee? I will explain it to you. I will create value in it. I will eliminate your fear of paying too much for a vehicle from this store. And then I want you to say, well, what's the exchange policy? I will explain that to you. I will do two things. I'm going to eliminate his fear of paying too much. I'm going to eliminate his fear of getting stuck with the wrong vehicle. Action.
So what is this best value guarantee?
Julian, that's a great question. Look, we know customers have certain fears when they buy cars, and you may have some of the same fears. For example, do you worry about paying a car dealer too much for a car or a truck?
Of course.
Well, what I'm going to say next is going to sound a little crazy because I'm a car salesman about to tell you that it is literally impossible for you to pay too much for a vehicle here at ALM Chevrolet South. Now, do you believe that?
I'm going to say how.
Okay. If you believed it, I'd worry about you. Well, look, you did some research before you got here, right? Mm-hmm. Our price had to be attractive or you wouldn't be here, correct? But you're probably wondering, could somebody else, somewhere else on a similar vehicle do better, right? Mm-hmm. That's your job as a consumer. But I'm here to tell you that if you did find a similar vehicle and it was priced lower than ours and it came with the same benefits, you're still going to be a winner. Because we have a policy in writing, Julian, and it works like this. Once you take delivery, we're going to give you 5 days. Search any other automotive website, new car, used car, Craigslist, it doesn't matter. In Georgia, the Southeast, Northeast, Midwest, Southwest, Far West, Alaska, Hawaii. Search them in Idaho, Indiana, Illinois. If you can find a similar vehicle to the one you buy from us, and it comes with the same benefits, and it's advertised for a lower price on any website, Julian, you just show us that website. And if in fact it is a similar vehicle with the same benefits, we promise in writing to cut you a check back for the difference. Has any dealer ever given you a price guarantee like that before and put it in writing?
No.
That's what we do here at ALM Chevrolet. But we're not going to stop there. We have an exchange policy too. You want to know about it?
Yeah. What's the exchange policy?
Look, chances are you're going to pick out the right vehicle because we're going to work very hard to help you pick out the right vehicle. But once you take delivery, we're going to give you 5 days to figure out if it's the right vehicle because we don't want you getting stuck with the wrong vehicle. You ever worry about that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's a fairly big mistake, isn't it? Can't happen here. Because during those first 5 days, if you decide that you want different equipment, different color, different make, different model, you decide the seat doesn't fit you right, your dog takes a dislike to the vehicle, you just call me and I'll ask you 2 questions. I'll say, have you put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer? And if you haven't, it's eligible to be brought back for exchange. It's not a return policy, it's an exchange policy. And I'll also make sure, we need to make sure the vehicle's in the same condition that it was when it left. Like you can't hit a telephone pole and bring it back and exchange it.
Well, yeah.
All right? That policy is in writing as well. So here at ALM, you can't pay too much for a vehicle. You can't get stuck with the wrong vehicle. And again, both those policies are in writing. How many times did I say the policy was in writing?
5.
Why am I emphasizing that the policy's in writing?
So none of it can be misconstrued.
It's got more validity. It's got more credibility. Okay? I want to make it easier for Julian to say yes. And I'll take it one step further. Let's say Julian's buying a Asian or a domestic vehicle. Julian, a lot of people when they're buying a used vehicle have got a certain fear, and that fear is buying somebody else's problem. Is that one of your issues today?
Definitely.
Well, that can't happen here. Number one, we put it through an extraordinarily intensive inspection process. Anything that doesn't pass, Julian, we have to fix or replace. That's what creates a better vehicle, and that's what a Motor Trend certified vehicle is. In fact, we are such strong believers in the quality of our vehicles, we're going to give you a 6-month, 7,500-mile warranty that covers most of the mechanical workings of that vehicle. So if something does break, somebody else pays for the repair. You don't. And Julian, if you plan on keeping the vehicle longer than 6 months, and I'm gonna guess you probably do, make sure you check with one of our finance managers. They'll show you how to extend that coverage out to 5, 6, even 7 years, okay? So at ALM, you don't need to worry about buying somebody else's problem. You don't need to worry about paying too much. You don't need to worry about getting stuck with the wrong vehicle. We make it a risk-free purchase. Now, for a consumer, is it a risky proposition when they buy a new or used vehicle?
Yes.
Yeah. Are they making the right decision? Is it the right price? Is it the right vehicle? And if it's used, am I buying somebody else's problem? If we can reduce the customer's risk, do you think we might get more yeses?
Yep.
That's the way this program is supposed to work.